artists in Stockton are bringing your creative project to life.
Yes, Cody's Caravan is at a local music studio that is turning him into a star, darling.
Not just music, but they do all sorts of stuff here. It's amazing how much creativity is going on here. Of course, you guys know my friend Ivan. This is Anthony and Aaron. Okay, so we're going to start off. We're talking about video.
Yeah, more so filmmaking. We also produce films, short films right now, but we're currently writing a feature film. Aaron, can you talk more about that?
Yeah, tell me a little about this.
Yeah, I'm one of the creative directors here at Static, and we're currently doing the biggest film yet. Because like you said, we've done shorts, but it's more about, it's like a school experience coming from our point of view is what we're working on right now. So we're currently in pre-production, and we're going to be holding local auditions soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So everything we do here is local, so we always bring in, like, I've done theater for a long time, so I always reach out to fellow actors and just people who want to give it a shot. Our doors are open to everybody.
That's really cool. Do you need, like, a reporter?
Yeah. Actually, I was going to ask if you're free after this.
just put myself in your movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you guys get into the filmmaking stuff because making music wasn't hard enough?
Initially, it was filmmaking. That was like the initial conception of the Static.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Music was a side thing, but we're actually really talented. With a lot of talent here in Stockton, and it'd be a waste to not to work with that.
And I've noticed it's all about collaboration here. Yeah. Like everybody's like doing all sorts of different things. All the studios always helping each other out.
Yeah, we call ourselves the Stockton Avengers. So we have like I come from a film and theater background, and other people come from music, and other people are just podcasting. So, but we all do it. It's all here. It's all local.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a real fun time. We just like having a safe space that you could create.
Yeah,
that's what the goal is.
And like I said, Ivan here is a writer as well, as well as a great musician. He actually we're going to be working with him on a script he wrote while in prison.
So you wrote several scripts while you were in prison.
Yeah, not only was I writing raps, I used to write long letters to my wife. You know, she told me, "Baby, you need to write a book." So the very first book I wrote was called Loke, the story of a gangbanging street hustler. It's part autobiography with a whole lot of fiction. People that know me from that era, when you read Loke, you'll be like, I remember when he did that. I remember when that fool did that. Yeah, he was a dummy for that. But when she read it, she couldn't believe it. And then she let her co-workers read it, and they were all like, your husband wrote this? He got something to tell you? So after I finished with Loke, it was like I was bored. So I came up with A Baller's Tale, and I finished that in like a month. And it was just like the creativity kept going. I couldn't stop. So I wrote A Baller's Tale Part 2. Then I came up with The Game is Thick. Then I came with The Game is Thick Part 2. They're all urban books based out of Stockton, California, with real people that I grew up with, that we ran the streets and did the stuff that I'm talking about, minus the murders and all that stuff. But, you know, all that, the fictional part is added to grab you, to bring you in.
Yeah.
And, you know, in a matter of 13 months, I wrote about 8 books.
Wow. You always amaze me. You amaze me. Okay, so more coming up. We're going to talk about podcasting, and of course, we're going to talk about music and take a look at some of the studios here. They all just kind of wander around and help each other out. It's really a cool scene. Back to you guys.
Right on.
I love it. Get a bunch of creative people together.
Right.
See what happens.
And see what happens.
It's great.
Thanks, Code.
Code.
No, I'm not getting a podcast. Brianna's already asked me. No, I'm not getting a podcast. Emilio and Brianna, we're going to talk a little bit about podcasting because it's one of the many things that they do here at Static. We were talking about there's so much going on here, so much creativity, and so many different ways to release that creativity. So, Brianna, tell me a little bit about your podcast because the name of it is brilliant.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brianna. I'm a human resources professional, and I actually am coming out with a podcast called Human, Not Resources.
Human, not resources. See, that's the key to a podcast. You got to come up with a very catchy title because there's a lot of podcasts out there. A lot of podcasts. So what do you talk about in the podcast?
Yeah, absolutely. So this podcast is a little bit more going beyond the job title. You know, I can talk about the compliance, the laws that are going through, but this podcast is genuinely talking about your experience as a worker. What have you experienced?
Yeah. I'm telling you, she is wise and she's got the best voice. This is going to blow up. This is going to blow up. Okay, so doing podcasting, all the different voices out there, how do you break through the noise?
Breaking through the noise, you have to find your voice, you have to find what you're interested in, and you have to be happy doing what you're doing. That's how you break through the noise.
Okay, so that was my problem with my podcast. I wasn't happy.
Right. That's exactly the problem.
So you've got a whole gambit of podcasts you guys do out here.
We have music podcasts, we have internal podcasts, we have Breeze podcasts with human resources, we have paranormal podcasts, we have adult animation podcasts, and we actually just picked up one which is a tabletop RPG podcast from my friends up in Canada.
Oh, wow.
So
All out of here.
All out of here.
Wow.
And we also offer podcast services, so anybody interested, come talk to us.
Okay. It is amazing. Like this little corner here, there's 4 music studios. You got the podcast studios. They're doing movies out of here. I mean, this is creativity central.
Oh, yes. This is community. It's being happy and a safe place.
Yeah.
Safe place for us.
I've noticed too is like all different ages of people that are coming in here and working on all these different projects and stuff. Okay, so let's talk to HR.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Although you told me some of the topics you guys talk about on the podcast, and it's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, actually, the upcoming episode is going to be about mass layoffs.
Oh.
So I know that's a trendy topic right now. I'm not wishing anybody to get laid off. But yeah, absolutely. That's what we want to focus a lot on, just day-to-day things that are happening to normal, everyday people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a big topic right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so if people want to find the podcast, and that's another part of the problem. There's all these different platforms and stuff, but if people want to find what you guys are doing, what do we need to do?
So, we are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Spotify. Find Static Studios Podcast Network.
Okay.
And that will be all our podcasts. You also can visit us at www.staticstudiosinc.com, and you can see all our podcasts there.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, coming up next, apparently there's a Cody beat that has been made. We will be listening to that. We're going to talk music, and we'll tour around the studios and stuff. Back to you guys in the studio.
Very cool stuff. Cody, thank you very much. And I do think you could have a podcast if you so choose.
Yeah.
Cody Cast.
I've tried. Yeah.
A codcast. It's all about cod.
The codcast. Yeah, so we just talk about whitefish, flaky whitefish.
Yeah.
It's going to be a huge hit.
It's a no salmon zone. We're not talking about any of that red fish. Thank you, Cody. Cody, a.k.a. White Urkel, and his caravan are there this morning getting a tour. Hey, Cody.
Sade just clutched her pearls.
It's funny. It's funny every time. We're now at Brad ENT. This is the second studio. Remember, there's 4 just in walking distance, and it's fascinating because everybody collaborates with each other. It's really cool. Now, Brad, we are sitting in these chairs. What happens here?
Our barbershop podcast happened here, and it's for artists to come here and promote their music, promote their song, because everybody does their music in the 4 walls, and they really want to get it heard. So now this is the platform to get your music heard on the Barbershop Podcast.
Nice. I dig it. Where can I find it?
Right now, you can go to Bread209 on Instagram. You can hit me up in my inbox, and we can set you up an appointment right now.
Okay.
But everything's getting built out right now. So as you can see, it's a brand new studio, a brand new look. So this time we're going commercial, and we're looking for people who's very serious about their music and really want to get it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, I'm very serious about my music.
Okay.
Well, okay, Ivan's very serious about my music. So we want to go into the studio side.
Yeah, let's go to the studio.
So Ivan, you did these beats, right?
Yeah, I produced this beat.
Eyes on You Records.
Eyes on You Records.
All right. We're coming in. Good to see you, Mouthpiece. Good to see you, my friend.
So it's so insulated in here that you don't even need earphones. So this mic is gonna pick up everything without the echo. So
Okay.
So we got a young Mouthpiece over here. He wrote you some bars, and then we'll go from here.
What we're gonna do? We're gonna play with it, Cody.
Okay.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let you freestyle
But we're gonna guide you.
Okay.
We're gonna help you with your bars.
Okay. Okay.
Let's set it up.
Tell me
Okay.
when.
So I think you should catch it like.
I'm starting from the top. Let's see.
So you keep counting them. 3, 2, and then you say.
Cody's
to the
Caravan,
two.
Cody's Caravan, Cody's Caravan, doing the thing, going down the road. Can't rhyme anything because I can't remember the words I was coming up with.
Yeah. That's really good.
That
was actually good, right?
That was terrible. What are you talking about, Brad?
but when
That was
it came off your spirit. And here we do spirit music, so everything you said, you meant it. So you mean what you say. In music, you try to mean what you say. You speak your spirit. That's the difference between writing a song and just speaking. You speak in your spirit. When you got on the mic, you was just having fun, and that's what it's about. Everybody here, we get that same thrill of getting on the mic that you had.
It is awesome. I'm telling you, so many creative people doing so many creative things just right here in this one little spot. You can wait for my EP to drop on iTunes, probably about 18 years. But these guys are doing so much work. Static Studios, if people want to check out what you guys are doing, what's the website?
StaticStudios.inc. You know what I mean? That's our website, so you can just go on there. You can find most of our music on there. You can find a podcast section. It has little biographies of everyone that's also there, too, as well.
Hey, Brad, you got a website?
Nah, just go on my Instagram. I try to stay exclusive because opening it up to just everybody, I try to stay more exclusive. Okay. So you got to go on my Instagram and you got to inbox me, and then I will set something up because, I want to keep it exclusive as possible.
Yeah.
Nobody can have access to me, That's how I'm looking at it, man. It's like Harvard,
That's like Harvard.
man.
I love it.
If you don't
My
mind,
Instagram is Ivy
I'd like
League.
to spend a special shout out to our boy DB the General.
What's up,
you know
DB?
What I mean, he moving on platforms, man, and I'd like to thank you for being
I'm telling
here.
you, things are about to explode here in Stockton. This is a really cool scene. Back to you guys in the studio.
This
I got to
feels
finish
like
my album.
This is going to be a clip that's going to be shown years from now.
Oh,
the early
yes.
days of
Exactly.
whatever.
Exactly.
And White Urkel was on the ground floor.
Yeah.
I love it.
Caravan, doing the thing, going down the road, can't rhyme anything.
Hey!
Can't remember all the words that was coming.
Hey! I told you.
Caravan.
Put the production on it, and it's fabulous. I love it. All right.